Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to go over the problems you're supposed to do for homework and explain how to do the work. We are rounding to the place value that is underlined. We're going to use number lines to find the correct answer. So we did 1, 2, and 3 in class. So I'm going to start with number 4. I'm going to use this area up here to show my work. This is what you would do on the line paper. So I will use this for my number line, and the directions are round the number to the place of the underlined digit. So I'll do a different color. The first thing we need to do is see what our place values are. We have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000. Then we have to look at what place is underlined. The digit 4 is underlined. So try to make that a little bit bigger. So that is what I'm rounding to. I am rounding to the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, the 10,000s. So first thing I need to do is make my number line. We talked in class, there's 3 places I need on the number line. I need the low number, the high number, and the middle number. Since 4 is underlined, I know I'm supposed to round to the nearest 10,000. Well, if I cover all this up, I see the number 14. I know that that is 14,000. I'm sorry, 140,000. So that's going to make my low number. I'm going to copy the 4. Anything in front of it, I also write down any number in front of it. There's a 1. I substitute zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the other digits. My comma actually goes there. So 140,000 is my low number. I need a high number because it's asking, is 148,796 closer to 140,000 or 150,000? Number more than 4, one number higher than 14 is 15. Then I would still have the same number of zeros. So this number is between 140,000. I'm going to rewrite this a little bit because it's a little bit messy. And 150,000. I need a midpoint number. Halfway between 140,000 and 150,000 is 145,000. If I didn't know that, I know that I would still copy the numbers here, 1, 4, 1, 4, but that first 0 would become a 5 to make the midpoint, and then 0, 0, 0. Then the next part, I would plot 148,796 on my number line. Well, this is 145,000. This is 150,000. So it's probably going to go about right here. 148,796. So just by looking at it, I know it's closer to 150,000 than 140,000. So I'm going to use our new symbol, which means rounding to or about or close to. So 148,796 is closer to 150,000. Again, this is what is going to be on your lined paper. I'm just putting it up here because it's for you to be able to see. So I'm going to erase that. So we can focus on, I guess I need to erase this too. The next problem, which is number 5, round 5,379 to the nearest thousand. So the first thing I'm going to do is, what digit's 1,000? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousand. That 5,000. So it's going to be between 5,000 and 6,000. I think I have room here to work, so I'm going to draw my number line this way. First thing I got to do is draw my number line. I'm going to put my low number, my high number, and my number in the middle. So I'm going to look at the digit that is indicated, 5. It says 1,000. So 5,000. It's going to be between 5,000. One more thousand to 5,000 is 6,000. Halfway between 5,000 and 6,000 is 5,500. So after I draw my number line and write my low number, high number, middle number, I need to plot this on the number line. This is 5,500. This is 5,300. So it's going to go probably about right here. 5,379. Then I stop and look at it and see that it's closer to 5,000. So I know that 5,379, and I'm going to write my answer up here. 5,379 is about, my little squiggly lines there, is rounded to or about 5,000. It rounds to 5,000, to the nearest thousand. Number 6, round 70,628 to the nearest 10,000. All right, let's see what digit is in that place. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. That's 7 represents the 10,000. So it's going to be between 70,000 and to the nearest 10,000 and 80,000, because one more than 7 is 8. So let's draw the number line. I need my beginning number, or the low number, high number. Sometimes we call it the floor number, the ceiling number, and the mid number. If I don't know what to put here, I can copy the number that is indicated and then insert zeros. 70. It's between 70,000. One more than 7 is 8. 80,000. And then here, I know halfway between tens is a 5. So I will write 7. That 0 becomes a 5. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This was kind of easy because 70,000, I have 70,000 here, 628. So it's going to barely be past that 70,000. Well, that's really easy to see. It is right there at 70,000. So I know that, I'll change colors here, that 70,628 rounds to, or is about 70,000. On number 7, it says round 362,113 to the nearest 100,000. All right, what digit is that? Ones, tens, hundreds. That's the ones period, the thousands period, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. That 3 represents the 100,000. So to make my number line, I need a low number, a high number, the mid number. That 3 is worth, remember in class I said if you're thinking about how to write that in expanded form, that 3 would be 300,000. It's the same thing. I would use that 300,000 as my low number. The one number bigger than 3 is 4. So I'm going to write 400,000. It's going to be between 300,000 and 400,000. What is in the middle? Well, it would be 350,000. So then I'm going to plot 362,113. So it's going to be 362, 35. It's going to be on this side. So it's going to be maybe about right here. 362,113. So technically, if it's on this line or over here, it's going to be closer to that number. So we can clearly see that it is closer to that number. So the way we would write that is 362,113 rounds to 400,000. Now for homework, you know that this part is done on your lined paper, and I expect your answers to be on the paper itself. I'm just doing it this way so I can show you on the video. Number 8, we're going to round 982,638 to the nearest thousand. So now I have to see, well, what digit is the thousands? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. We're talking about 2. So I know that this is going to be between 982,000 and 983,000. I'll make my number line. My low number, my low barrier, my right barrier or boundary, and then the one in the middle. So the way I know what to write is I see that it said 1,000, so I need that number too. I have to write any number that happens before it also. Then substitute zeros for what comes after. 982,000. One more than 982 is 983. 983,000. Halfway in between, I copy this part of the number, 982,000. But instead of a 0, I'll put a 5, 500. Then I plot it. 982,000, 982,000. So 600, but 500 here. So it goes right on the other side of that. 982,638. And I know that rounds to 983,000 because I can look and see that this is closer to this than this. I would have to travel longer going in this direction. I go the shortest direction. That takes me to 983,000. You do it the same way, whether it's small digit numbers or large digit numbers. The rule is the same. We had to do through 9 and 10. We'll make this a little bit bigger. I don't have as much room here, so I'm going to use, I'll use over there for the number line. The directions, round the number to the place of the underlined digit. Number 9, 3,641. So I'm going to round it to the nearest hundred. So I'm going to draw my number line. Let me put it here. I'm just using this as an example to show you. Obviously, I want your name where it says name. Low barrier, high barrier, midpoint. All right, 6. I need to round to the nearest hundred. I have 3,600, so I have basically 36 hundreds. So I'm going to say 3,600. The number after 6 is 7. So this will be 3,700. In the middle would be 3,750. All right, I'm going to put this on, I'm going to plot this on the number line. already know that the beginning is 3,600. It's just going to go right there. 3,641. And down here, I can say 3,641 rounds to 3,600. That is the closest hundred that it rounds to. Our last one, 17,139. I'm going to erase this number line. Make a new one. My low number, my high number, my middle number. Okay, I look at everything where the line is to the left. I need the number 17. 17,000, 17,000. I'm rounding to the nearest thousand. I will write it up here. I think it's easier to see. 17,000. Well, the number after 17 is 18. 18,000. The mid number would be 18,500. So I'm sorry, it's not 18, it's 17,500. I'm going to plot 17,139 would go about right here. So obviously that's closer to 17,000. So I will say 17,139 rounds to 17,000. Remember, the number lines go on the line paper. Do your best. If you watch the video, you know you already have the right answers. So make sure you do your best.